Hallo und herzlich willkommen zurück zu einer weiteren Folge The Longest Journey. Wir haben gerade ein sehr, sehr langes Gespräch mit dieser Kreatur geführt, die mit Zeit nicht allzu viel anfangen kann. Die da mehr so verschiedene Stränge sieht und dass nicht alles hintereinander passiert. Interessantes Weltbild. Aber wir haben zwei interessante Informationen bekommen, und zwar einmal Western Tobias, zu dem wir jetzt gehen werden, kann uns ein bisschen mehr über diese Disk, diese Scheibe erzählen, die uns den Zugang zum Reich des Guardians gewähren soll. Und es ist einer dieser Drykin, einer dieser Drachen, ins Wasser gefallen, ins Meer. Und jeder, der irgendwie was übers Meer weiß, kann uns dazu mehr erzählen. Aber erstmal, wie gesagt, zu Western Tobias. Mal sehen, was er uns über diese Scheibe erzählen kann.
Good morning, Tobias.
Why, it's April, my friend from Stark. Have you come to visit us again?
So it appears. I didn't exactly come here by choice this time, though.
Oh? How so, if I may ask?
In a weird and twisted way, it's nothing out of what's become the substitute for ordinary in my life. One second I was in my room in Newport. The next, I was in a dark alley in Marcuria.
You must have opened a shift while you were sleeping. Good. This means you are learning to harness your magic.
Yeah, I guess, except I don't think I'll be able to get back home again. And this time my mentor, Cortez, has no idea that I'm here.
Ah, but I'm sure you will find a way to channel and control your power soon. In the meantime, is there anything I can do to help?
I need help getting back home.
Unfortunately, I'm in no better state today to help you shift than I was the day before yesterday. You are the one with the talent, and so you must learn to use that talent.
Na super, okay. Genau, die Disk, darum geht's ja.
I need to locate the disc that unlocks the Guardian's tower.
The disc that is the key? Yes, it is needed. It might even restore balance, provided the new Guardian accompanies it to the tower, of course. But you wish to find the disc yourself?
I have to. Cliché or not, it's our only hope.
You do this often then? You know, save worlds?
It's an expression. Heroism in my world is more of a cliché than anything else.
I do not understand, but then I am merely a servant of the balance, while you are more. But yes, the disc. As I told you once before, when the Earth was divided, and the realm of the Guardian created, a disc was forged in the Well of Making. The disc was to serve two purposes: as a key to the Tower of Balance should it become necessary to enter it in the Guardian's absence, and as a replacement for the disc that is already in the tower should it be broken. The tower is now abandoned and locked, and the old disc shattered. I do think the time is right for the second disc to be brought forward and used.
Where is the disc now?
At first, more than 12,000 years ago, it was kept in the open, at the Sentinel Enclave outside Marcuria. However, when thieves attempted to make away with the disc, it was taken away.
Why?
So that the four parts of the disc could be divided amongst four of the magical people of Arcadia, people who would have nothing to gain from the balance being compromised.
What people were the disc divided amongst?
This I cannot tell you. I am not sure anyone remembers now. But it would be in the scriptures, I am certain.
What scriptures?
The scriptures of the balance. There are 13 of them. 13 is a strong number, rich in tradition, and... Did you know the Ireed High Council consists of 13 ministers? No, of course you don't. 13 was also the number of the fathers who begat the Sentinel, and who built the Tower of Balance.
Where can I find the scriptures of the balance?
Pay a visit to the Sentinel Enclave, located outside the city to the east. The great library of the Enclave contains every book ever written by an Arcadian minstrel, and most others as well. Speak with Minstrom Yerin, the keeper of books. Tell him I sent you.
Where can I find the scriptures of the balance?
Again, you will find these texts at the Sentinel Enclave. Speak with Minstrom Yerin.
I need to find the entrance to the Guardian's realm.
There is one. You are right in that, but where, I would not venture to guess. In the past, when the time came for the Guardian to step down and another to take his or her place, the Guardian opened a gateway wherever it was needed. A Guardian, still in full control of the balance, can invite anyone in and let anyone out. But with the Guardian gone, the only way in would be the point where the divide was first created, where the tower was built.
Isn't that location written down somewhere?
Remember that this was done on the old Earth before the divide. After the divide, after the creation of Stark and Arcadia, places were shifted about. This entrance may not even be on the ground anymore.
What do you mean?
It could be up there, in the sky, or far below us, through the crust of the earth into the molten depths below. I cannot say, and I do not know anyone who could.
Isn't there any way to locate the entrance to the Guardian's realm?
Perhaps with careful investigation of the old texts, histories of Arcadia, of the Divide, the scriptures. I do not know, April, but it cannot hurt to look. Again, you will find these texts at the Sentinel Enclave. Speak with Minstrom Yerin.
I need to locate the two dragons that reside in Arcadia.
The Drykin?
What's the difference?
Dragons is a word from your world. The kin are not what they have become in your legends and fairy tales.
But they're real, aren't they?
Oh, as real as you and me, April. And old. They have been here since before our time. As you probably remember, the kin were instrumental in the Divide, saving mankind from a terrible end. But I know so little. Only what I can remember from my studies when I was a minstrel at the Enclave.
How can I get more information on the Drakkin?
Books, daughter, books. The wisdom of the ages. There is one tome you should study, called The Secrets of the Drykin, by Minstrom Elniak. It is old but informative, and it captures the imagination.
Where can I find this book?
Again, you will find these texts at the Sentinel Enclave. Speak with Minstrom Yerin.
Thank
Okay.
you, Tobias.
Good to know I could help you, April.
Ja, auf jeden Fall. Damit wissen wir schon mal, was der nächste Step ist, was der nächste Schritt ist. Und zwar müssen wir in die Bibliothek. In die Enklave. Mal gucken, ob das jetzt auf der Map aufgetaucht ist, nachdem ich ja eben diesen Eintrag ins Diary bekommen habe, offensichtlich. Jawohl, da ist die Enklave. Aber ich würde gerne vorher noch zu Brian Westhouse gehen. Gucken, ob der eventuell was zu sagen hat. Würde mich aber interessieren.
Hi there, Mr. Westhouse. I'm back.
My word. What on earth possessed you to return to this godforsaken place? You were lucky to escape the first time, but now you're really pushing it.
It's not that bad a place, or else you wouldn't stay here. Besides, this time I didn't exactly come here by choice.
I stay here because I'm a true masochist, Miss Ryan. And who forced you to come? Was it Cortez?
He doesn't even know I'm here, unfortunately. No, I think I had some kind of accident with my so-called powers. I shifted in my underwear.
No, ha! Isn't that the way it is, though? We always cross the rift at the most inopportune times. Care for a drink? Oh, no, that's right. You, don't.
Would you mind helping me with a few questions?
I've nothing better to do, so shoot.
Do you know anything about dragons?
I try to stay out of the affairs of the kin these days. What precisely do you wish to know about the damn beasts?
There are 2 dragons in Arcadia, and I'm trying to locate them.
Yeah, I've heard that tale myself, but no, I don't know anything about it. You'd be better off speaking with the Sentinel Minstrom. After all, religion is their specialty, not mine.
Did you ever hear a story about a god who fell from the sky?
Stories aren't my thing, April. You should visit a library. I'm sure you'll find some stories in the books. I know the Sentinel have a library somewhere near the city. I've also heard rumor of a people with wings who do nothing but observe and record history through stories. But I don't know if that's all it is. A rumor. Still, if you're looking for stories, it may be wise to check it out and see if you can find them.
Ja, neuer Eintrag ins Tagebuch. Flying People. Interessant.
What did you say about the flying people?
They're supposed to be great storytellers, and they've been observing this world for a very long time. But it could only be a rumor.
I'm looking for a disc that will open up the Guardian's realm.
That's religion, Miss Ryan. And the only things I worship are whiskey, a good cigar, and a nice long... Anyway, don't ask me about all that, balance mumbo-jumbo.
Would you be able to tell me where I could look for the entrance to the Guardian's realm?
In Tobias's pants, if he had his wish, I'm sure. No, I'm sorry. I don't know anything about the Guardians, balance, Sentinel, or gardening. Now, if you're interested in bullfighting, I could talk all night.
Bullfighting's a horrible act of cruelty to animals, and not much of a sport at all.
I'll just forget you said that, Miss Ryan. If there's one thing I miss about Stark, it's bullfighting.
You'll be happy to hear, then, that they abolished bullfighting hundreds of years ago.
Damn.
I can't think of any more questions for now.
Then let's talk about other things, shall we?
I have some more questions for you.
Shoot.
I don't have any more questions for you.
Okay.
Thanks, Mr. Westhouse.
Anytime, April. Come back if you're homesick and you feel like talking to a fellow alien.
Alles klar.
No, I can't hold down strong liquor.
Ich dachte, du arbeitest in einer Bar. Ich dachte, das wäre Voraussetzung. Alles klar, Mr. Westhouse hat uns eine interessante Information über fliegende Wesen gegeben. Stories about winged people who observe and record history. Genau. Egal, jetzt gehen wir erstmal zum Dingsbums.
Some kind of sandstone, very malleable, but also very vulnerable to the elements. These cliffs probably have huge, naturally formed caves and tunnels.
Was mir eben noch eingefallen ist, was ich noch sagen wollte, ich finde es ja großartig, wie in diesem Spiel jedes einzelne Gespräch vertont ist. Also ganz ehrlich, klar, mittlerweile ist das gang und gäbe, aber also für die Zeit wirklich jedes einzelne, jeder Satz.
It's emerald green, teeming with life and carrying the pleasant salty scent of distant shores.
Es ist faszinierend. Selbst so ein Quatsch hier wie Wasser wenn sie es anguckt, dann hat sie einen Spruch. Also
Dragon's mouth is pointing straight down at the middle of the floor.
großartig.
It's a circular hollow about 20 centimeters across and about 5 centimeters deep.
Okay.
It's a small recess about the size of my fist with a thin duct extending from the recess to the circular hollow in the middle of the floor. There are 3 others just like it, arranged with equal distance to each other in a circle and all connected via a duct to the center of the floor.
Alles klar, hier ist nochmal ein Rätsel. Das werden wir uns aber wahrscheinlich später vornehmen. Hier geht's erstmal downstairs. Ah, und da steht auch schon der Priester. Kann ich hier noch irgendwas anklicken, irgendwas machen? Nee, ich glaube erstmal nicht. Was ist das hier? Moment. Da gibt es ein Rad, was man drehen kann. Okay, aber quatschen wir erstmal mit dem Priester hier. Der hat ja bestimmt einige interessante Informationen für uns.
Oh, goodness me, I didn't hear you come in. By the way, you haven't seen Volume 6 of the Complete Annotated History of the Northlands, have you? I could have sworn it was here yesterday.
Sorry, no.
I guess someone else must have taken it. I try to tell them to write down what they borrow on the list, but they never listen. Only last week I spent 3 hours searching the entire Enclave for the second scripture of the balance, the scripture of song, before I realized that Vestrum Tobias was studying it back in the city. Now, such incidents could be avoided if only, and this applies to you too, young lady, people would sign out the books they borrow when they borrow them and sign them back in when they're done. Such a simple procedure. It shouldn't take more than a few seconds to jot down your name and the name of the book you borrow. It makes my job so much easier. Now, which book did you want me to find for you?
Are you Minstrom Yaren?
Yes, of course. What a silly question.
How would I know? I don't know you.
I am Minstrom Yaren, keeper of the great library of Marcuria. In fact, this is the greatest library of all the Northlands. Perhaps of the entire world, although they say the Dark People have a library as big, if not bigger, than this one. But of course, we're not allowed anywhere near there. Have you been there?
I don't think...
What a silly question. Of course you haven't. You're not of the Dark People, are you? You don't look like any Dark People I've ever seen, so I can't see how you could possibly... Now, where did Volume 6 disappear to?
Tobias said I should talk with you.
Tobias? Vestrum Tobias? I haven't seen him for... Well, he was in last week, but before that it must have been days at least. How is he? Still eating enough for 2 mules? I must tell you of this funny story I heard the other day, of how Vestrum Tobias eats enough for a table full of minstrum, or was it 1 Elguan? Although the Elguan don't as a rule eat very much at all. Did you know that the Elguan can smell water more than half a day's journey away? Amazing, amazing creatures, perfectly suited for life in the desert. The balance provides, that's for certain. The balance provides.
Vestrum Tobias recommended that I look at some books.
Books is what we do best here at the Enclave, that is for certain. Which book would you like to see?
I'm looking for some information, but I'm not sure which book to ask for.
No matter. I know a great deal about most of the books in here. What topic intrigues you?
Are there any books about flying people who observe and tell stories?
Winged storytellers, hmm? Let me see what I can find. Hold on.
Okay, er hat's offensichtlich nicht eilig. Es ist, also, im Moment ist